Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to work on a little paper bag journal, just something simple. I've had this sitting on my counter for a while and I need to get it done and get it down to the shop. So, sneaky peek today is out of my sunflower journal. And, oh, I made this interesting pocket, side tuck, whatever you want to call it. Let me get the the die cut. It's this one, the Thinlits, what are they? The leaf fragments, and it's 665559. So they have these holes in them, and if you do some kind of a sprayed paper or a dipped paper, you cut them out of that, and you've got a realistic looking leaf. And you just, oops, they're trying to come out. So I just kind of arranged them. I had these extra ones after I'd done another project. So I kind of just glued them together, and then I added 2 of the stickers from Dollar Tree and a Believe. And this is from out of one of my little books down there that I use all the time for when I just need a quick journal card. And I did glue them on an actual surface behind here because there was so many holes. It would be neat, though, if you could just leave it like it is. So let's go on over here to another pocket. And this little pocket, it's very simple. I just did like a shadow effect with that paper that I had bought down at Hobby Lobby. I put some of my lace on there. That's really pretty. And the word dream. And this is another type of a pocket. It's similar to a coin pocket, but it's a little bigger. And what I did is I made these 2 pieces that went into it that looks like a file folder. So all I did was I used some of these rub-ons and stuck on the top, and then I just stuck it in here like this, and that's all it was. And this is a little bit of collage paper, and then this is a napkin, and then this is actually a piece of paper that's out of one of my books that had that. Now all of this is part of that collage paper, and then the word sunshine. So I thought that turned out so pretty. And that goes right in there. All right, enough with the sneaky peeks. Let's get on to the main attraction. So what we've got here is a pharmacy bag from Walmart. I didn't have another one over there to show you, but it's similar to this one. It just has like a bottom, and you can see how the bottom is kind of almost exactly the same size. It's a little wider. That's the only thing. But what you do is you get up into any kind of bag. You know, it could be fast food bag. This is just, I don't even know where this bag come from. But you just get up in there, and you're going to turn these out instead of in. So pick up that point. See where that triangle comes up? Pick out that point and turn this in the opposite direction like that. I'm going to link at the end. I think I did these before maybe on a video, so I'll link that one as well so you can get an idea of how I did those. And then what you do is you turn this little triangle inside out as well. So you just keep working at it. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get it to cooperate with you. I'm going to make a lot of noise, and see, once you get it'll flatten out just like that. And that's what I have on the inside in here, as you can see, just like that. So that's all you have to do. You just keep turning it inside out, and then you decide on where you want to fold it. I folded this in half because here's the hole for the top of the bag with a little cutout. And all I'm going to do is cover all of these sides. This is my template here because I have this for the back pages, the front and the back, and then this is for the front page, and then possibly for in here as well. The only problem with this, you have to also cut out this hexagon that you've got, and then we're going to glue those 2 sides down, and it's a pocket. So let me get these 2 out of the way. Now I've already cut the front and the back covers. This is from Pink Monarch Prints, and they were a whole page, Where's this one? Okay, it goes just like that. So I cut out the part that I wanted. And then this one goes like this. And they're really beautiful vertical pages. And that's what I liked because I needed something tall. So this works out really good. And now what I need to do is find the middle. I need to do the back. And then I need to do the inside. Now this is for that little hexagon shape. But I thought I'd choose this for the inside. It's a really pretty, kind of a pearlized paper that came out of my gardenia book. So all we have to do here is get on the back and draw us. And it's even pearlized on this side as well, which is really, really pretty. So you're just going to draw from your template where you need it to be. And then we're going to draw the other one right beside it. And I need to be up this way because this is right side up. So let me go to the outside. I don't want my flowers upside down. Yeah. They only go in that one direction. Oh, goodness. It was so pretty today. Oh, I can't believe how warm it was. I should have went out there and worked in the flower garden. I was just too lazy. Oh, well, thank you everyone for coming to visit. And I hope you like this little project and give it a try. And I just thought I would do something else for spring. Like I said, this has been sitting on my side counter over there for a while, waiting for me to do it. And I thought that it was actually going to be using this black, which is how I made the other one. But this is just too somber. I want something springy. I want something bright, cheery. Something to, you know, be fun. Now, I don't know that I have to cut all of this out because this is only going to go up underneath there where those 2 points are at. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler and we're going to come down through here like this and save that. Save that part because we don't need it. And you'll see what I mean here in just a second. Okay. And what it is going to do... Got too many things on my plate here. So what we got to do is get inside. Now this is the part that's going to be on that other, you know, the hexagon. But this right here will be on the inside. Now you can see I already put washi inside and out just for strength. I've glued it down as well. So it's got a really good hold. And this is going to go right here. So you didn't need all that excess, but we might want to get in here and figure out what we need or how to draw this as close as possible to what we have. And I think what we need to do is maybe just do it like this. And we're going to have to probably cut it down just a tad. Okay. And then that's the top, bottom, and top points. So what I'm going to do is just flip it around and do it like this now. You can always figure things out. If you think about it, you know, it's all angles. So you gotta, this is the same angle, hopefully, as the other side, but you know, bags are not made the same. Not always. Alright, so that little part's cut out. Now, we're going to get that done, and then we're going to get the cut of gluing. And I was printing my cousin's information out that she wanted earlier. Since she's interested in the family tree, I thought, well, I'm going to just go ahead and print her something out and send it to her. She's got a couple of little children, and she's probably wanting to share the family history with them and whatever. Because I got all kinds of stuff in my report. I mean, I have the legacy is what I use for my family tree maker. Or family tree information. So what happens there is I will just type in, you usually start with you, and then you start with your parents, and you just kind of work back. But then I also have where I take, and I'm using fabric tack for this, I usually take the notes section, and I'll put in all of these things that I find out, stories, anytime I've talked to somebody, I will have that typed up in there. If I have found an obituary for that person, that's also usually in the notes section. So, and then the other part is there is a facts section. Now, when I started out, I didn't do the facts section like you would usually do it. I just would put, the information I found on the birth and the death, the marriages, if their name was ever different, or where they got their name from, things along those lines. And I just went from fact 1 to fact 10. And then there was residence. I would try to record all of that. Because when you're out there looking for somebody, you might need to know where they resided. Especially if there's more than one person with that same name. So that's where you might want to really check out and make sure you got the right person. Now make sure they're the right nationality, and color and things like that as well, because I've found people with exactly the same information. Both the parents went by the same name, and it wasn't even the right color of person. I mean, so you really have to pay attention to all of that stuff. And it's it's pretty interesting, though, to get in there and piddle with your family history. And it usually only hits people way, way late in life. But you do have some people that are curious. They get curious. That's me. I was always curious about everything. So I just got to start talking. And I went and did that without seeing if that really fit correctly. I even inked it. Okay, we're going to take off a little bit from this edge here. A little bit from this edge. Let's see what we got. Oh, got a little bit to take off the bottom. I'm sorry, folks. I was too busy talking and didn't think to get to the part of the crafting. All right. That may be good enough. I just might have to cut down a little bit more here. And that might be it. I think that's good. Now I'm going to get back on here with a little bit more of this because it's probably done halfway dried. So yes, you want to definitely check into all of those things. That people have either told you, make sure you write it down. Where you got it, when you got it. I'm just going for broke today, aren't I? That also helps when you know who gave it to you, and you can date it and that kind of thing. All right. This isn't going to be very expensive, so I don't have to worry that it's had a little abuse by now. Okay, now we're going to put our back one in. Let me measure that, because I think that one may have been a little bigger than... Yeah, it looks a little bigger, so let's take care of that one as well. Cut it down. Clean the goodies off of my scissors over there. I think I need to cut more off than that. Yep, just a little bit more. So that's what I did. I had all of that information. So when I print that report, lo and behold, she got all kinds of good stuff. And So that ought to help her out a lot. I mean, anything that was like historical significance, like the one grandfather, great-grandfather, I think he is to me, he actually helped on that hotel over in Bath County. He was a carpenter, and he helped build the steeple. And that's the one thing that you see when you go over there. Presidents have stayed at this place. It's got all kinds of springs around it. It's in hot springs, and that creek is hot. If you put your hand in it, it's hot. Then you have the warm springs, which is us coming down off the mountain. That's what we go through first. And there's healing springs and falling springs, and it's nothing but springs over there. But they got a big old golf course. And this is where everybody that lived over there got a job. They were either a maid or they worked there in possibly as a caddy. I think I have 2 uncles that did that. I need to put this in here real quick because I put down that fabric tack on that over top of that bare spot, the thumb pull spot. Okay, so anyhow, we got all that taken care of. Now we're going to do the outside. But we had quite a few people in the family that worked there and did a lot of those different jobs. My grandfather, he worked in the garage. He was in the way of a chauffeur. He would take people around, like if they need to go to the airport, which is in the next county. He would run them there. Then he would drive people around, I guess, to see the sights. They just redid all the bathhouses. Over where Warm Springs is at, there's these big rotunda-style bathhouses that have been there for ages. And we got to go in them and see how they look. But so they're lined with rocks, and there was a male and a female one. Yeah, you couldn't bathe together. Back then, you went in there and you bathed naked. you soaked up the water in your bathing or birthday suit. So they had the separate houses for that reason. And yeah, you could go in there and you could get your like a locker of sorts and kind of get into your skivvies and go and soak for a while. And I even put my hand in the creek out there, and it is definitely warm. It was actually 2 creeks side by side. One of them was warm, and then the other one was cold. Isn't that something? You didn't have to have any taps in the house. You just line up on the creek, and you got one of each temperature. But yeah, they were about to fall in, and they finally started working on them and got them into shape again. So people are going to be able to go over and use them. You have to have your bathing suit on now. That's one thing. So they're back in action, which I think that's neat. Now, if you go to Hot Springs, where the hotel is, they have their own kind of a pool, almost like a swimming pool type of thing. And that's where you would go and get into the hot springs there. Let me see if I can pull this out now. Yeah. And we're going to see if we can punch that as well. I don't know. I might need to go to a bigger size. Hang on just a second. And I have a 2-inch punch here. Let's see if we can't do our punch with that and see if it'll do the trick. I like to pull these out of the way, though I might not have the room now. Oh, that's not too bad. Try that. Yeah, I got this really big punch because it comes in handy a lot of times. Oh, that didn't want to cut right there. There we go. Took care of that. Took care of that. Now we're going to cover the back, front and back, yeah. And so, yeah, a lot of her history, my little cousin, is from there because her granddad, my mother's brother, he worked as a caddy there. And but it's kind of like the coal mines over there in West Virginia. That's about the only place for a job, to have a job. So he wanted to get out. So he actually left. He told me he was about 17 and he joined the Air Force. I'm sure he lied about his age. So he got out, joined the Air Force. Then he actually settled in Texas. We're in Virginia. He settled in Texas. So he was a ways from us. And I guess he just wanted to get out of the area. All right. How close am I down here at the bottom? I think I'm going to have to go in here just a little bit and trim. Okay, I think that did it. I know you're probably saying, why don't you check these things before you glue? I just didn't think about it. There we go. In some cases, you can actually trim it after you glue, but with this little flimsy kind of a bag, it's kind of iffy. Now, the one thing that I have here, these little vinyl guys, they're like, I think I got them Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby, so they were on sale. So they're like 28 cents each. Well, I want to use this one, which is really, really pretty. Now, of course, I've got the roses here. I've got more roses back here. And then inside here is just multiple flowers. Now, when you get in here, I wanted to use that here for some kind of a decoration. Plus, it's got all these words there. It may even be that I go up here with it. Maybe at an angle. Yeah, I kind of like that angle. Actually, you could go this way because it looks like it's pointing up more that way. Okay, let's try that. And it's a clear sticker. So once I get it started here somewhere, it should come right off. But you know, as soon as you say that, it doesn't cooperate. There. Okay. I had it started and then it reversed on me. Okay. Let me see if I can kind of figure out where I want it. And then get it down before I go all the way, because there we go. Now, of course, it's going to show the background that I did not think about that, but it's still really pretty. Okay, what we're going to do now is to glue this shut, because this is going to be a pocket, so you want to glue it from here to here on both sides. Whoa, I got a little off track. Okay, let's do it like that, and do it like this. And then we have a small pocket right there. I'll have to find me something to go in there to make that nice. And I've pulled out 5 of my papers here. They're all the same color. They're sort of like a burnt orange, kind of a peachy color to go with the flower. And it goes with some of these. It's actually on here really well. Plus, not that rose, but this rose has those tones in it really nicely. So, all we have to do is go ahead and fold them in half. And I picked out a pink doily. So that one kind of matches the front roses. These I did using some of my, the Wilton's icing gel colors. They come in like a little tiny pot about this round. And I did it on the what do you call them? The sheet trays in the oven, because it wasn't going to hurt your surface because it was an edible item. But they have all these little bubble marks and did a really nice dark edge on the outside. See the little bubble marks where it hit the hot pan? I thought that turned out really neat. And then it really bubbled up around here really well. I really like that. So that one will be our front page. All of these will go inside of each other. Oh, wrong way. That way. That way. And this way. Okay. And then I have... So that was 5 times 4 is 20. Is that how many surfaces I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So there's 20 surfaces to write on. It's a very small journal, but it's a journal. Now this little piece is going to fold in half. Wow, how pink it is on that inside area. Okay. So we're going to fold this like this. And just kind of put it around our pages. Now that could be another spot to write something or put something. I think I'll turn around that way. Yeah, it's much pinker on that side. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's going to be sticking out just a tad, it looks like. But I don't think I'm going to worry about it. Yeah, it's not sticking out enough to really worry about. Okay, so I've picked out what I need to put this together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So we've got our paper just about dead center. All right, about there. And all I'm going to do is put it in simply, all in one shot. I'm going to poke my holes, and then I'm going to thread it in. That's all she wrote. Okay, here's my foam. I'm going to eyeball where the holes need to be. This is about dead center. And then we're going to do it right here. And then about right here. There we go. And then I've got my needle threaded. This is just a dull needle I use for this. And, now I saw, hang on just a second. Okay, I picked this out instead. I saw 49 dragonflies going from the outside in, and she had enough left to wrap around and tie. So I got this really thin gold ribbon, and we're going to try that. So we're going to go on the outside, see if we can work ourselves through this hole and be lucky enough to get it to work. She had a time. This was her most recent video. Oh, that's so much easier than she was doing. Hers was giving her, but she had picked out this humongous piece. Really thick type of string to put on there because she wanted it to be kind of pretty or festive or something she was going for with her look. Okay. Let's see if I can get these all, straight as much as possible. So I need to turn this. Oop, I'm going to lose my... I think I lost my needle. Whoops. So I'm trying to turn this around to where it's flush against the spine. Is that it? That's pretty close. Okay. Let me see if I can find my needle. Oh, there it is. I don't want to lose it because it's about the only one I got. I have to go get some more. You can get these where you get the the cross stitch design stuff. So this is the type of needle that you use for that. I'm trying to get that one to be straight. There. And then we need to come out, and it's just like doing the 3-hole on the inside. You want to be on either side of that ribbon. I need to make sure I have enough, or I need to make sure it's about even, Steven. So I need to pull that back in here. Oop, I'm pulling the wrong one. Alright, I went and finagled it until I got that going. Okay, I want to make sure the cord on the inside is tight enough. Okay, I think we're right on the money. Let's just go ahead and tie it and get it on there. Just tie a couple of knots and then take out our paper clips. Okay, and then we're going to see if it'll close. Ah, yes, there is enough there to tie a bow. So that's what I wanted. I wanted enough to be a bow. Okay, so let us figure out what else we're going to do to this. I need to see what's going to work best on the inside here. I pulled out some journal card kind of things. I've got one here. Oh, it's a little too big. I got one here with butterflies. That may work. Oh, perfect. Okay. That's the one we're using. Let me throw the rest of these over here. We got around the corners. I always liked around the corners. I think they were a little rounded already. Doesn't hurt to double check. And then that's going to go in here. I'm not going to worry about inking it. And then in the back one, I needed something in the back as well for the back pocket. And I don't know if that was Keyoung that sent me these. They're like a Edith Holden, I believe, or they're just like a wildflower type of a thing. So we're going to put this pull on it. Going to bend it in half. And we can ink it just a little bit. Get the white edges off of it. And then we're going to put some glue on it. Now, paper crafting with Miss Tommy, she's the one that sent me. These are what you call a whale tail punch or pull. And she found some dies that did that and sent them to me. So I really appreciate that, Tommy. Thank you for thinking of me. But yeah, there was a... oh gosh, what is that? I can't remember the name of that that card making kind of club. But they had a punch that was actually a punch, like one of these little guys that did the whale tails. And they quit making it after a while. And boy, did that thing become popular, and everybody wanted one, and you couldn't get one. Well, that might sink in there a little too far, but it's open enough where you can get inside. Okay, now I do want to do a little decorating on the front. I have this rose type of trim, and we're going to put that along the outside edge right here. I might have to cut it right there. It might not go all the way, but it'll go close enough. Get our fabric tack, and we're just going to stick it along our edge. Yeah, I'm not really going to be hiding anything, so that's perfect. Just got to make sure I get the right side up. But this will add a little pretty to this. Make sure I don't have fabric tack out past that area. Yeah, I got these for a really good price down at Hobby Lobby when they were redoing their whole section of ribbons. So I got the pink ones and I got the purple ones. And we're going to actually put this little feather on here. I have this from the Dollar Tree, and I want to use these up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and throw that down there. But I have thankful and then faithful, and I really like the thankful part. I thought I'd put that right there on the front. There's black pieces and points on here, so that's really going to make that stand out. So I'm going to just add a little bit of extra just so it'll stick good. Whoops. Okay. And I'm going to stick that right here. Or should I stick that right here? It's almost like I should stick it up here. Yeah, let's do it. And I'm going to add a little bit of this glue in here because I don't want this flipping out like it looks like it wants to. I think that's okay though. Yeah, sometimes when I get these, I have to make sure that that piece is not going to get whammed whammed at one point in time. Now I got some feathers left over from a peacock journal, so I got this pretty goldish one, and we're going to put it down here toward the bottom like that was off of this pretty little, I think that's a blue tit. Yeah, I used to watch Miss Paints a lot, and she's over in England. And she was crazy about these blue tits. So we're going to put our feather right there. It's going to give us a little bling on the front, which we probably needed. And then inside, I'm going to put the faithful. Yeah, put that right there. I think I'll put this little pot right there. I think that'll be really cute in that position. My oven's going off. Whoops. All right, let me get this down. I'll go ahead and turn that off. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I had to get my couscous in the microwave now. Remember, I'm trying to eat right. But yeah, the couscous is good with the salmon that I just fixed. And so, I think this little pot will be perfect right there. It's got the spring element, that kind of thing that we're going for here. So, let's look at our book. We've got a nice sentiment on the front, a little bit of bling. We have some trim that really enhances that. The pretty gold cord also does. Then you open it up and you've got this tuck area right here with the pretty butterflies. And then you have some of your words and your pictures and things. And then and then you've got all of these pages you can write on. And then you've got the big pocket at the back. Now you could put some paper in this pocket, some lists or something. That'd be kind of neat to put like a notebooky kind of a listy thing. I might have to think about that. That might get taken out and I might put a notebook in it. All right, and then what you need to do is see if you can tie it shut. So this is going to be the closure. I almost had another closure in mind to show you how to do, and then I remember that hole punch thumb pull thingy at the back that threw it out. All right, isn't that cute? Here is our little book all ready to go to the shop. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to visit, all my subscribers and viewers. I really appreciate you and all the support you give me. And I will link this other video I think I did on these over here for you to check out at your leisure. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you think I deserve it. Everybody have a great, great day. Bye-bye.